All right, everyone. So we're working on the wagon today. We're putting on the DDP intake here. Finally stepping up to the big boy game, putting on a big intake, try and get some airflow into this motor. The blower's been ported for years, but the snout was never opened up to a 102 throttle body opening, so we finally got a 102 throttle body on here. We've got the snout all opened up nice, and put a lower pulley on for a little more boost. And yeah, gonna try and make some power. So I've got the first heat shield down here in place. Seals in real nice, has a nice seal the whole way around it to keep the heat out. And then it has a top lid here. Goes on like such. Intake sticks through the opening. Filter goes on, catches all the air. Then when you put the plastic cover on that goes over here, it butts up right against the back and seals up pretty nice to keep you from sucking hot under hood heat. And should be good to go. So we're gonna go ahead, get working on that, slap that all together here, and see if this thing will run. It might run, but it's not gonna like the 102 throttle body. It's not tuned for that much airflow, so it probably isn't gonna run well. But we'll see if it runs enough to at least move it back into the garage. All right, keep you posted. All right, everyone. So we got the DDP intake installed. Came fresh with cat, if anyone's looking for a cat. But we finally got it installed. The car actually runs and drives pretty good. I mean, obviously, I don't want to get into any sort of boost or anything like that. I added a bigger lower pulley, so that should probably give me about 2 more pounds of boost by itself. Then put the 102 throttle body on, put the DDP intake on, the cat back on top of the motor because that adds all the horsepower. Right now I've got all the engine plastics off, but when the engine plastics are on here, as you could see in the previous video, it seals up real nice, looks real good. It's a very high quality piece. It's a shame at the moment that they're pretty much unavailable, but I've got the coolant expansion tank out over in the side. We're doing some other mods. We're gonna add a fuel system to the car. We're gonna maybe get a new expansion tank, but hopefully with everything we're doing here, we pick up a pretty substantial gain in power. But it did drive it around for a day or so. That's new. I did drive it around for a day or so with the intake on and the 102, and it's crazy how well this intake flows air, because a lot of people put the big 5-inch intakes on, and even when they're tuned, they have drivability issues. I actually had no drivability issues at all. No, like I said, I never got into boost. I never really took the car over 25, 3,000 RPM out of boost. Didn't want to run lean or anything at the moment, but so far really happy with the intake, and the throttle body hasn't had any issues, which none of them really do at low RPM or low boost. But hopefully we'll have this thing up and running, tuned and ready to go in the next couple weeks. I've got new fuel rails right here. They're blue, they're anodized blue. Not quite the same color as the car, but when they're half under the blower lid, you can't really see them anyway. So got some new fuel rails for the car, got a couple other little odds and ends going on, and we'll get all that taken care of here in the next couple days. And hopefully beginning of next month, we're getting this thing tuned. And then I want to try and get to a couple private track rentals since everything's still shut down. But if we can get to a private track rental, try and get the V2 record and for a manual car and see where we can go. At the moment it holds the record for a manual wagon, but I want to get the overall record for V2. I've already matched the mile an hour. I just need to match the quarter mile time. So we'll see if we can get it done with the couple mods we've added here, and we'll go from there. So until next time, RTA out.